Welcome back to the Recreational Homestead. I'm Chase Washburn, and this is the second video in our series of how we like to raise the American Bresse chicken. We've now started our own homestead hatchery, and we're passionate about breeding the American Bresse breed. We've been getting a lot of emails on how we like to raise the American Bresse chicken, and if it's any different than raising normal chickens. So I'm taking this batch of American Bresse chicks that I hatched out, and we're doing a video every 2 weeks to show you what we're doing with them, how we're raising them. Now some of this you guys probably already know. As far as brooder setups and stuff, it's not a whole lot different, but I'll still be sharing with you guys my favorite brooder setups, what I like to do, what I find that works best for me, and you guys might get a few ideas out of that also. Oh, that's what happens when you play in the shavings. We'll get them cleaned up.
Yeah,
You're all right.
of course. I do think this is not...
At least we got that pen cleaned up.
What is it?
At least we got the pen cleaned. So in the first video I showed you the brooder setup that I like to start these chicks out in and why. I ended up keeping these chicks in that brooder setup for about a week, which is a little longer than maybe I should have, but I just wanted to see what would happen and how well it worked, and it definitely got cramped at the end. So I did have deep bedding in that small tote. It was about 9 inches of pine shavings, and I would actually go in just by hand. I would take the water, the feeder out, and I'd go in by hand and stir those pine shavings twice a day, and that pretty much kept the smell down. Now Liddy would tend to disagree with that a little bit when it's in the house. She said it was starting to smell like the fair, which to me that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think she was definitely telling me it was time to get them out to the barn. Okay, not on the scale though. So I'd rather you didn't pee on the scale. Go over and pee in the corner. So at a week old, I brought these chicks out here into this bigger brooder. And what's nice about this bigger brooder here, we got automatic water set up right from the tap. So you don't have to worry about that at all. Gotta get the shavings out of there every once in a while. You can adjust the water height. I have it pretty high right now, which is a risk for it overflowing, obviously. But it lets the chicks, while they're smaller, get to the water a lot easier. We got a 250 watt heat lamp, which spreads the heat out a little further. I like the heat plates, but I don't know, I'm still old fashioned. I really like the heat lamps out here in the barn. They do a good job, spread the heat a lot wider. They can choose how much heat they want. You can be in the video.
Yeah.
Can you show them the feeder we got going on there? Show them the feeder.
So with this feeder, chickens have a brooder, but also the feeder doesn't have another place.
So we got this feeder right here, right? We hang it.
Yep.
So that we can adjust it as they grow. So this brooder here is about 5.5 by 7.5 foot, and that's plenty of space for these 25 chicks. These 25 chicks will be able to stay in here for quite a long time. I'd rather they were outside, but right now it's the middle of winter here in Michigan, so it's just not an option. We need to weigh this box first. Turn it on with the box on there. We're on ounces, so that's good. Okay. So I'm going to set this box here and you can start catching them, okay?
I have to catch the baby chicks to scale them, but we don't know the baby chicks to go in the house so we can scale them.
So right now we're going to get a 2-week weigh-in, and the plan is to weigh these every 2 weeks. There's more than 25 chicks in here because I put the whole hatch in here. I don't have enough room to split them up to just have 25 in here like you guys would get. So there's 38 chicks in here, but we're just going to put 25 in the box and weigh just those. And that way we can get a number. We'll put the number below on what that averages out to for each chick. We'll do this every 2 weeks for our videos in these series so you can get an idea of what... Uh-oh. Oh no. So you can get an idea of what these things weigh and what their growth is.
Issues things for baby chicks.
So it's 9.
Hey, I don't like to...
Okay, but just a minute. It's 6 pounds 9 ounces divided by 25 chicks. 6 pounds, 9 ounces divided by 25 chicks. And I'll put that answer down below.
Okay.
Okay, so now you can talk to the camera. And I'll put these chicks back. Just like that.
So, we have issues from day chicks. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Is that a great idea?